I'm sure you heard it too. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you did too?
Yes.
Yeah. We live near the Met, and they had the Met Gala last night.
The Met Gala last night.
And you hear people screaming.
All night long.
All night long.
Every time a celebrity pulled up, you heard the screaming. And unusually, I had a lot of Zoom calls. You know, mostly Zoom calls, for me, have gone by the wayside. But
I love a Zoom call.
I know you do. You're always on them. But I mostly meet in person now. But I had like a bunch of back-to-back phone calls. And I had this Zoom meeting. And what I failed to realize is nobody on the other end could hear what I was hearing. So every 3 seconds, I'd be like, sorry, guys, I'm so sorry about that. And they would say, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you can't hear the screaming outside? Because there was such loud screaming.
Yeah. I thought it was bigger this year as far as in our neighborhood. There were stanchions. Are there always stanchions?
There's always stanchions, yes. I think because of the construction, there's also construction happening on our block. So between the construction site and the stanchions, it just seemed like a lot of words I can't use on morning TV. But you understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
There was a lot of screaming last night at the Garden. The Knicks. 121 to 117. They won the game one of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Pacers.
Oh my God.
And my guy, the Big Ragu, tied the game.
Did you wear your jersey last night?
I didn't wear my jersey.
Wear your jersey?
No, I didn't wear the jersey.
Oh, that's
But they have 3 players from Villanova that were teammates that they call it the Thrillanova.
Oh.
So they're actually teamed on the Knicks, yeah.
Very
Brunson, Hart, and DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo.
And Ragu.
The Big Ragu.
Yes.
That's who it is. So good job, Knicks. Good job, Knicks.
So, you know, we talked about it yesterday, and we got a hell of a lot of feedback about the nude cruise. You know, Norwegian is offering an all-nude cruise. For those of you that want to take your cruise to the next level.
But they did say that when you're inside, you have to wear clothes at dining situations.
They're saying on formal events, yes, you have to wear clothes. But if you want to keep it
all nude. Nudish.
It's pretty nude. Yes, not at the indoor buffet. That's where you are expected to wear clothes. The outdoor buffet, you can be nude as can be. But I have a very strict buffet policy.
Yeah, no nudity in the kitchen. No nudity anywhere.
What did I say?
No nudity in the kitchen.
No nudity in the kitchen. I feel like that is a separation of church and state.
I agree.
No nudity in the kitchen.
Really
we are empty nesters, and I'm still like, hey, don't come into this kitchen nude.
So what's going on?
So they're now saying that in Italian Beach, thank you, Italian Beach Town, they're planning nude weddings because nothing says I love you like seeing your in-laws naked. And seeing your whole future spelled out for you in real time.
I remember. What town is this? Does it say the town?
It's in Sardinia, of course.
All right.
At Venice Beach. Do you know Venice Beach?
I don't. No, I don't.
Isn't that where you grew up?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. No, yeah. But I do remember visiting. Italy in the summers when we moved to the States, and the beaches there in southern Italy. It's a lot of topless situations happening. And I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, so you must have been so excited.
Yeah, and there were people from different countries that would come, and you could always tell the difference.
I'll leave it at that. Let's explore.
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Well, we've got a lot of. if anyone has a problem, listen what the Italians are saying. If anyone has a problem with it, they can walk past or look at the sea.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Why not?
I just don't understand having a nude wedding. Are you, like, look, I'm not a prude, by the way. I don't mind nudity at all. I am naked half the time. As a matter of fact, after the show's over, guess what I'm gonna do backstage? Take off this dress.
I say let your freak flag fly. Let it go. If you're gonna get married. What is this?
So we're hearing from the nude cruise passengers.
Okay.
Nude cruise passengers have weighed in.
Repeat customers?
Nude cruise. I would like my name to be anonymous, please.
I like how she spells anonymous. She does.
My husband and I are booked on this NCL cruise. It will be our 12th nude cruise.
Wow.
Repeat offenders. Funny thing is, you pack more for a nude cruise than a regular cruise because there are theme nights that you dress for.
Okay.
A lot of people are naked during the days, but just as many people do wear clothes. You're not allowed to wear any fetish. You're not allowed to wear any fetish or sexy type of clothes, not to promote sex. Okay, well, I would think the nudity would preempt all of that.
Yeah, it trumps it.
Yeah, do you like that? No triangle bras. That's fetishizing nudity. At first, it's a little weird, but you get used to it really fast. We like it, and we are not judged. I'm judging. I'm the loud judge. I'm like the Judge Judy of the nude cruise tourism industry. As a matter of fact, I would like to set up what is it called where the judge sits?
A panel? A panel?
Yeah, a bench. I would like to set up a Judas bench on one of these cruises, and I will adjudicate whether or not I find the nudity offensive throughout. It'll be like a fun thing for them to do. Yeah. Come get judged.
Be a judge today.
By the nudist cruise tourism's very own Judge Judy. Yeah. Nancy Seidner, she does not ask to be anonymous, from Blairsville, Georgia, said, I was at a water ski club in Florida, and we would go do ski shows at various places, and one of those places was a nudist colony.
Oh.
As we pulled into the colony, we saw the tennis courts, all nude, except for the shoes and socks. Sensible.
Yeah.
Sensible. I have to say that we had the option to be nude or not. I kept my swimsuit on. That's a good idea because when you're water skiing,
yeah, the whiplash
there's
effect.
A lot of,
there's just a lot of stuff.
A lot of things flapping in the breeze.
A lot of inertia.
Yeah.
Hitting the water.
They did dress for the dining room, but we had an outdoor barbecue and clothes were optional. The guy doing the grilling only had his apron on.
All right. I gotta say,
You don't want to get burned.
I gotta say that, you know, we on one summer vacation we had a outdoor shower off like a very private area, and there is something kind of nice about, I took a shower out there once. It's kind of nice. I mean, not to be in public, but the sun, it feels nice.
To be naked outside.
Yeah, there's something interesting about it.
But you were naked outside.
In privacy.
In privacy.
Yeah.
And by the way, you should be naked everywhere you go. Some of these guys that choose to go naked, no offense, guys, but you know who you are. And let me tell you. I knew I'd find the camera. Some of you guys, you know who you are, should put on more clothes. Nobody needs to see it. If we think it is burned fruit.
Hey, real quick. It's National Teacher Appreciation Day. You find her yet? I had a teacher in 2nd grade, Mrs. Green.
Oh, Mrs. Green.
Never
You were
forgot her.
in love with Mrs. Green.
She was so kind. She was so kind. I had just been in the country about a year and a half, so I spoke English, but I mean, she was great. I remember I called her mom once. I go, thanks, Mom. And I'm like, and then I had a moment. I may have said I love you, too. I may have said that. She'll remember. Jan's trying to find her.
You're trying to find, oh, well, Jan will find her. She is like the FBI.
Lebanon Grammar School, Lebanon High, school system
so
in
nice.
Lebanon, Illinois. Yeah, Mrs. Green. That was one of my favorite teachers.
I think about...
Hey, if you're out there, Mrs. Green, write in, please. I'd love to reconnect.
I think about Miss Morabito, Joaquin's teacher,
Yes.
that
stayed with him forever.
Truly, when he would move up a grade, she would move up a grade. She was so
instrumental
in who he has become as a student, as a curious learner. And she really, because Joaquin was dyslexic and dysgraphic, and he went to a special ed school, and she really spoke his language and got through to him. And
she's very patient as well.
But she found, she nurtured his love of learning in a way that was so extraordinary. And we were laughing because when he went off to University of Michigan, I was like, so have you applied for teaching positions at the University of Michigan? Because she really was very, just a special
Yeah, teachers are great.
Teacher. Yeah.
We appreciate you, teachers. Very important.
We have a huge show today. Jessica Lange is here.
Also, Cedric the Entertainer is here.
Oh my God.
I saw him backstage. Yeah, saw both of them backstage.
Last time I saw Cedric in person, I was in a majorette's costume. We'll talk about why later on during the show. But I was in a majorette's costume. That's all. I was wearing go-go boots, I had a baton, and a lot of sequins, and I don't want to talk about it, but we'll talk about it. And we continue I Love Mom Week when Mark and I try a viral social media challenge when we try to paint your spouse in a special mom edition.
I'm gonna paint you. I'm gonna paint you.
You're gonna paint me, but then I have to paint you.
Yeah.
For revenge.
For revenge.
I guess this is a viral sensation. I'm not sure.
Is this a thing on TikTok?
Yes.
We're not on TikTok, so we don't know about it.
It's very big.
On the TikTok.
Right. We're not on the TikTok. So there.
All right.
Well, it's the real reason you all showed up today. It wasn't to see my face. Get ready. Buckle up, everybody. It's time to play. I forgot. Just when I forgot, they reminded me. It is Tuesday, in fact.
Yes. All right, let's say hello to Lisa Mednick from Stoughton, Massachusetts, who watches the show on WCVB. Good morning, Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing well, Mark. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. All right. How is Stoughton, Massachusetts these days?
Well, it's Stoughton, and it's bright and sunny, and it's supposed to be about 75, so it's a beautiful day.
Oh, Stoughton.
Yes.
It's not like Worcester.
No, we don't go there.
We don't go there. All right, here we go. You know how this game works. You've given us two statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you will win this.
I like these statements.
Yes, here are Lisa's two statements. I went on tour with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Or I collect candy dispensers. All right, tell me about Earth, Wind, and Fire quickly. When, where, how did that, what did you do?
Earth, Wind, and Fire actually was a lot of fun. I worked security for a lot of celebrities, and this was almost 20 years ago now. I was living in California. I got to meet them several times, and it was just fun because Verdine and I kind of hit it off, and thank God I got to meet Maurice before he passed away. And they, after about 3-4 times working with them, they said, you know, why don't you come and do a couple of shows with us? And I went, well, that would be a blast. So let's go. And I did security with them. And it didn't have to be a lot because nobody really knocked down their doors or anything, but they were a lot of fun to work with.
Where was one of the shows?
It was in Sacramento, California, and the other one was in Los Gatos. They were both in California while I was out there.
Okay, cool. Candy dispensers, Pez dispensers. What do you like?
M&M's. I've been collecting them for about 30 years, and I have over 20 dispensers as well as ceramic versions. Anything that has M&M's on them, pretty much. People buy them for me, and I go around and collect them.
God.
I surprisingly have nothing to add.
All right, I think
Wait, peanut or plain?
It doesn't matter to me because I share them. I'm not a big sweet eater. I like to just collect the dispensers.
You just like the artistry of it.
Yeah.
Right, the colors.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm going to say you like, you collect candy dispensers.
Oh, darn, Mike, you're right.
Yeah. It was him saying, I don't like sweets, but I still love them. It's like a...
Well, I did work with Earth, Wind, and Fire many times with Verdine, so...
It's all inclusive. It's a prize valued at $6,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Lisa, good luck.
Lisa, here we go. On yesterday's show, we talked with Tom Selleck. How tall did Tom say his brothers are?
6'7".
Yes.
Yes!
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Club Barbados Resort and Spa. Located on Barbados' famous west coast, the Club Barbados offers an idyllic waterfront setting with sweeping views of the turquoise Caribbean Sea. Guests can be as active or relaxed as they please with all-inclusive offerings such as non-motorized water sports, freshwater swimming pool, 3 bars, coffee shop, beach terrace dining, and so much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,000.
Congratulations, Lisa. Good for you.
Thank you.
Now you get to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a Roomba vacuum cleaner from iRobot. Oh, yes. This audience hates to vacuum. Please pick a number between 1 and 98.
My lucky number 3.
3.
This is me, right?
That's you, yes. You know, we were just talking about all of your awards and all of the, you know, just the tributes that you've been given. Where do you have a trophy room? Is there a special place you keep all of the Oscars?
They're in a cabinet. Yeah.
Is it a glass cabinet?
No.
No.
You keep them hidden away a little bit, yeah?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to, you know, that's not... I wouldn't be comfortable, like, putting everything out on the...
I would have them everywhere.
They would be our front door knocker.
So you're 1 award away from being an EGOT, right?
I know,
You don't
yeah.
have, you don't have the Grammy.
Yeah, I just have to find some spoken word that I can, like, yes.
Do you
Try.
sing?
No. No.
I think
No.
you do.
No.
I I disagree.
I have sung at certain times, but it's been such an incredible labor. I'm not a natural singer at all.
But you are an actor, and I think as an actor, you've trained yourself to sing.
Yeah, well, if I have to, I can kind of sneak by.
Right.
But
it's not your favorite.
No, but I'm not a natural singer, so no. I would love to be able to sing. I would love to be able to, but no, I've always been told that I'm tone deaf, so.
Oh, no. So you left Minnesota when you were young. I mean, you were a teenager.
Yeah.
And you went to study being a mime and dance? Is that right?
Well, I left, when I was 18, I moved to Spain. I lived there for a while, then Amsterdam, then came back to New York, and then went back to live in Paris for several years. Yeah.
Oh, and then what brought you back? Was it King Kong? Was that the...
Well, I came back at some point for more personal reasons, family reasons, and then I was back in New York living here when I got a call, because after I had studied mime with this brilliant master, not the kind of pantomime that we see. This was something else. And when I came back, I thought, well, now what am I going to do? I'm in New York. I mean, there's not, like, a lot of opportunities.
Mimes. Yeah, there's not a mime store on, like, Madison Avenue.
No, they're not booking mimes, you know. So I thought, well, maybe I should try, you know, I'll sign up for some acting classes.
Yeah,
so
it's like being a loud mime.
Yes, yes, a mime with words.
Right.
So that's what I did. I started taking acting classes, and I got a call one day from an agent who said, would I be interested in going to California and auditioning for a film? And I thought,
who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
Right.
I mean, what, am I crazy? Of course I'll go. I mean, I didn't take it very seriously, but yeah, they flew me out there, and, you know, I showed up at MGM, my favorite studio of all time, and came through those gates, and it was like, oh my God, this is some kind of fantasy come true. And then, yeah, then auditioned. They weren't very interested in me when they saw me, but the agent back in New York said, he flew her out there, put her on film. Just have the courtesy of putting her on film. He flew her all the way out there. And yeah, they did, and then they offered the part to me.
That is incredible.
Every time that movie's on, we stop
what we're doing.
No. Yes, we do.
Love it.
Yeah.
We love that movie.
I bet I haven't seen it ever.
So, I've got to tell you, I think it holds up. I love it so much.
Yes.
It's so fun. It's fun. It's scary.
Glamorous.
It's glamorous.
Yeah.
It's all of the things. It's everything. I really love it.
What was amazing is that, you know, that was before the days of CGI and all the, like, you know, manipulation. And so I actually spent most of that shoot in a huge hydraulic hand. I mean, so it was...
Congratulations, another Tony nomination for Mother Brown.
Yeah, that was a great morning to wake up and, to...
So many Tony nominations for the show.
Yeah, all three of the actors, which was the best possible gift that morning.
Tell us about the play. It's got one of the great ad campaigns. I love it so much.
Well, it's Paula Vogel, who's a wonderful playwright, wrote this, I think, almost as a way of kind of coming to terms with her relationship and the history of her mother. This woman is not an easy character.
Right.
She's, you know, it was interesting to me when I decided to do it is, especially I think actresses tend to try to make their characters likable. You know, I think they feel feel a kind of obligation to create a likable character. This is not one. She makes some just unforgivable decisions in her life, and she's tough. I mean, but so for that reason, and also for, you know, the idea of doing a brand new play, which I've never done.
You originated the role here.
Yes, originating the role. It's never been seen on stage before. It hasn't had like an off-Broadway run or an out-of-town run or anything. It's just absolutely brand new for the first time on stage. So all of that, I thought, well, yeah, I should try this once in my life.
Yeah, you know, and it's, speaking of tough mothers, you had that incredible role in Capote versus the Swans.
Yeah, another,
You know,
another really
you do not shy away from those roles, and it's so brave, and you're so good at it. You're just incredibly good at playing those hard roles.
Sometimes I think about that. You know, in the beginning, you start your career, you're ingenue, and then you're leading lady, and then you're like, you know, then you kind of move into the good mother roles, and then, like, sooner or later, you get, like, the really bad mother.
Well, we're lucky to have you in those roles. You do a great job. Thank you for doing the show. So good to see you. Best of luck at the Tonys. Go see Mother Play on Broadway now through June 16th. Go see it. Coming up next, Cedric the Entertainer. Stick around.
Hey, Velma with that. Hey, Velma with the thing. You know, what's up, man?
You look great. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Kelly? What's going on?
I was just telling the audience the
What's
last
up, y'all?
time
How
you were
y'all
here.
doing?
Last time you were here, we co-hosted together.
It was so much fun. We danced.
Yes, it was the 4th of July. I was wearing a majorette's costume.
That's right.
You were in a seersucker suit. Do you remember that?
So I do. That was a good time, man. That's been a while though.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
You were afraid to come back after
Yes, yeah. It's very dangerous. We ended up river dancing or something.
Yeah, we did. Did all kinds of
that
crazy
was a good
things.
time.
So you got to New York City on Sunday?
Yes.
Have you been able to see any shows? Have you?
No, I'm actually going to go see The Wiz tonight. So it's good.
Great, yes.
So that'll be fun. And Wayne Brady, a friend of mine, so we'll go check him out and see him do that.